What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are going to talk about Kamen Rider Revice's character, Yujiro Wakabayashi, aka the Commander of FENIX. Now, before I continue on with this video, I would like to warn everyone that from this point on, it's going to be nothing but spoilers. So make sure you've watched Kamen Rider Revice episode 14. Also, if you haven't seen Kamen Rider Revice yet, you should start watching now. So again, please make sure you catch up with the latest episodes. Otherwise, enjoy this video. And again, you have been warned. Spoilers ahead. So, Kamen Rider Revice episode 14 just came out today, so the same day of this recording, and it gives us a huge revelation on Yujiro Wakabayashi. So far we know he is the commander of FENIX, but if you've seen episode 13, which was last week, of course, we see the chameleon dead man transform into Yujiro Wakabayashi. So, last week when I saw this episode, I thought that maybe this could be a red herring and the chameleon dead man transforming into Yujiro could mean something else. And lo and behold, a week later, episode 14 came out, and at least my personal assumption was actually right. So, what do I mean here? So, now here comes the very spoilerific info that, again, make sure you watch Kamen Rider Revice episode 14 first before coming here. So, this Commander Wakabayashi that, the chameleon deadman transforms into is not the Commander Wakabayashi that we saw from episode 1. Why? Because the real Yujiro Wakabayashi that we were supposed to know in episode 1 apparently is already dead. You heard it right. Yujiro Wakabayashi is dead. And this form that the chameleon deadman assumes is just a disguise, really. So the Yujiro Wakabayashi that we've been following ever since apparently is not the real one, and the real one, like I've said, is already dead. So what happened here? So let's go back to episode 1. During the invasion of the Deadmans on the inauguration ceremony of the newly hired FENIX agents or soldiers, or whatever you would call them, of course, including that would include Daiji. So again, we see that the Deadmans have invaded, and of course, Kamen Rider Revice and Vice save the day, right? So while all that chaos was going on, Yujiro was in his office. So this is the real Yujiro Wakabayashi, okay? And then, from out of nowhere, the chameleon deadman appears. So he knocks down Yujiro and then copies his form, then proceeds to erase Yujiro out of existence, literally. Like, using his powers, Yujiro simply disintegrates into thin air. So, yeah, he's dead. Literally, there's no trace of him left. So, yeah. Now, in this situation, I actually kind of remembered Kamen Rider build just a little bit. So, we know that our protagonist is Sento Kiryu, right? So apparently, we are also introduced to another guy named Takumi Katsuragi, who is shown to be the inventor of the Bell Driver, and it was also called the Demon Scientist for because he worked for Faust, you know, an underground organization that uses science. So again, he originally used his signs for evil, apparently, but realized, or when he realized that he was being deceived, especially by Evolt, he tried to use the build driver against him. So what happened was, so one day, uh, in his apartment, so Evolt appeared, and apparently Evolt had set a trap. So uh, there's this random guy named Taro Sato who has the same face with the Sento that we know, because this Taro Sato guy is also played by Atsuhiro Inokai, so the actor who plays Sento Kiryu. So he goes to Takumi's house or apartment. It's an apartment. So thinking that he was going to be hired for some kind of part-time job, but little did he know that he would die that day. So what happened was, so again, Evolt was in Takumi's apartment, and uh, Takumi tries to fight off Evolt using the Bill driver, and apparently he was trying to use the Diamond Gorilla combination, or Gorilla Diamond, but before he was able to transform, Evolt knocks him out cold. And then this Taro guy arrives, again, not knowing fully well the situation. So, of course, he is shocked when he sees Evolto knocking out Takumi. So, of course, he does the same, but Evolto does the same to Taro, but what he ends up killing him, Uh, and what he did was to exchange the faces of Taro and Takumi. So this is why uh, Takumi now has the face of Taro, and also Taro has the face of, or yeah, Taro has the face of Takumi. So yeah, it's kind of confusing, but if you guys have seen this 90s movie called Face Off featuring Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, it's the same thing. And so their faces were switched, and kind of like that. So apparently, this Takumi Katsuragi eventually is revealed to be Sento himself. So he learns about what happened. He learns about the truth eventually. So yeah. Now, uh, so I just remembered that because again, it's kind of a bit, for me it's a bit similar to what happened to Yujiro Wakabayashi and the Chameleon Deadman. Of course, there are some clear differences. Now, of course, there's a similarity of the monster. In this case, in Bill's case, it was Evolto or Evolt, and then in Revice's case, this was the Chameleon Deadman. So what Evolt did was to switch the faces of two other guys. However, the chameleon dead man killed Yujiro Wakabayashi, at least after assuming his form. So he copied Yujiro first, then kills him. So that's exactly what happened. So uh, back at the dead man's base, so we see the chameleon dead man's with other chosen uh, you know, people, other chosen dead mans. So these two, we've seen in earlier episodes, the scumbag lawyer, the scumbag doctor, who appeared again in earlier episodes. So they also became dead mans today. So apparently, this chameleon dead man was already part of them prior to the show. Again, this is how we see him in the events of episode 1, albeit those are flashbacks. So yeah, so the chameleon dead man's transforms into a person. So apparently this was supposedly the real identity of the chameleon dead man's, but we never saw his face. We do if we remember episode 13, this chameleon dead man's actually transformed into a random Phoenix agent, guard, or soldier, what you would call it. So before transforming into Yujiro Wakabayashi's face. So yeah, that's why I think this chameleon dead man was a red herring at first, or the chameleon dead man transforming into Yujiro Wakabayashi was a red herring. Okay, so yeah. Now, uh, instead of showing us the actual face of the chameleon dead man's, uh, he just continued assuming Yujiro Wakabayashi's face for some reason, because he said that he doesn't like his original face. So, yeah. Now, the reason for this is actually, uh, you know, is actually so that Kazuya Tanabe, the actor for Yujiro Wakabayashi, can continue appearing in the show. So for production reasons, that's why the chameleon dead man keeps using his face. That's the real reason, really. So yeah, but who knows? Maybe in future episodes we would learn more as to why the chameleon dead man chose to kill Commander Wakabayashi, and probably he has some grudge against him. We don't know. So again, I am waiting for more episodes to come out. So yeah. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Again, I apologize for the spoilerific content, but I really wanted to talk about this topic as soon as possible. Actually, it would have been sooner, last week, but again, I did have to wait for more information to come out in order to make this video. And yes, definitely, I did get all the information that I needed from today's episode. So again, make sure you guys watch the latest episodes of Kamen Rider Revice before coming to this video, or to any of my videos that I say spoiler warning at the beginning. So yes, I really apologize, but yeah, like I said, I really want to talk about this. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.